you have times when you're in massive demand and you have times when you're not so much in demand. And what we tend to go through as professional service providers, especially smaller ones, is the get work, do work dilemma. We get some work. Oh, I've got some work. Now I'm doing the work. I get so busy doing the work that I forget to plant the seeds to harvest next month or a couple of months out. So I go through get work, do work, do work, get work, do work, do work. And that's what happens. And we go on this little roller coaster. Have a look at the person sitting beside you there. Are you on the get work, do work roller coaster? I learned the 15 words that changed my life and made me my first $1 million. Because instead of talking about price and availability, which are going to be very short and ugly conversations, I used a phrase that said, just before I answer that, do you mind if I ask you a few quick questions? Because what I found was that if I dumped straight out the price, so if people ring you up and go, what's your day rate, or how much would you charge me for that, and you blurt out the price, that's called being a premature price presenter. And if you blurt out the price without telling them about the value, without building any rapport or relationship, you are a bad salesperson, a bad professional, and a bad consultant. The other interesting one is that when you're landing fish, it took me a while to work this out, people are different. They're not all like you. So we have some people who are fast, some people who are slow. We have some people who are all about results and other people who are all about relationships. We have some people that's all about feelings, some about facts, some people about looking, feeling and sounding. How does that look? How does that sound? How do you feel about that? 3 different types of people. Then we've got some people here, detail people. That looks good, but I need 5 cubic tons of detail to go with it before I can decide. Then we have dot point people. I don't want any detail, just give me the 3 dot points. I read the executive summary and the price on the last page. That's all I look at. Everything else is irrelevant. Then we get into story people. Oh, let me tell you a story. I have a daughter who is a story person, and when I say to her, how was school? She goes, well, and I go, oh shit, there's going to be a story. And sure enough, I get the blow-by-blow, dot-to-dot connected thing like in her brain. Every single neuron gets touched of what exactly happened today. And what I was really looking for was the 3 dot point process model. You know, give it to me quick, the priorities, boom, boom, boom. But what I ended up with was the entire story from the get-go, and that's not what I wanted. That's a story person. Then we have process people, must follow a process. I don't see a process here, all I see is stuff. And then the other one, I want more fun. And these are different type of people. The more you can work out what your best clients are and how to relate to them, the more in a committee that you can meet each of their needs, the more you can close large pieces of business. And, you know, and some of you, you know, there's this new thing called the internet. They reckon it's catching on. You should look into it. But other than that, it's just gone faster and faster. And I know some of you are trying to outrun it, like going, I hope I die before this kicks in. And truly, the tragedy that Morris didn't get into, and we've just done some stuff in ageing, was that most of you are going to live 20 years longer than you think. So if you look back in the last 10 years where the internet has kicked off, the next 10 years you're going to be up to your armpits in augmented reality and near-field communication. This is the mantra that I'd give to you all. You don't have to do it yourself, but you have to get it done well. And when I say this to you, I certainly say it to me. How is your website? What's your LinkedIn looking like? What's your Facebook looking like? What's your Twitter looking like?